Hey guys, thought I'd put together another video here on locating center on my rotary table, as well as my lathe chuck 3 or 4 jaw. This method can be used with virtually any amount of jaw chucks or rotary table. What I did, this is a MT2 taper, which stands for Morse taper 2. Most rotary tables, depends on the diameter of them, some of them have a 1, 2, or even a 3 Morse taper. Majority of them are 2. What I did is I went out and bought MT2 taper drill bit, and I cut the drill bit off of it, which in turn leaves me a stud sticking up to where I cut it off at the threads of the bit itself. I cleaned up the end. I got a 5/16. They do make them in various sizes as far as having the same taper with a bigger shank on it. And you just simply put it up, and I got a 5/16 collet in it right now. It's not tight, obviously. But you just simply tighten it up in your collet. You can use a drill chuck, but it's really, majority of drill chucks aren't all that concentric, depending on what brand chuck you have. You may have a better one that is, but the majority are not. So you just want to use a collet in that case. Put it up in your collet. You want to make sure all of your bolts secure in the table are loose. And you just put it up in the collet, tighten it up, bring your table down. As it comes down into the taper itself, you'll see the table move in whatever direction it needs to go to locate center. And then once done, you just keep your spindle down so it's tight to the table. Tighten up your clamps. I do mine in a sequence. I'll do like one in the back here, and then come over here and do this one, and then that one, and vice versa. Just keep staggering them around. So it's drawing down your table evenly. And then prior to, after doing that rather, you just run your spindle up just a little bit, and I'll actually turn my table, and then I'll watch my draw bar bolt and make sure it's still spinning freely. You'll feel any resistance. Should your table had moved on you, you'll feel any resistance, but really in this method, as long as you keep that spindle down, your Z-axis down tight, while you're tightening this up, it won't move on you at all. And the same method applies over locating your center of your chuck. I got mine mounted to a face plate. I got a 3 and a 4 jaw chuck. These are 4-inch chucks. And the same method applies. You just run your spindle, your Z-axis up so you have clearance, and you just set the fixture up on the table. Put that up into this, the collet, bring it down. You don't necessarily have to tighten up your things there, because it'll actually pull it up a little bit as you tighten them up. So I just drop it down in there so it's not going to wobble around in any direction, and then just tighten up the clamps here. I have T-slots that I had made. I made T-slots for this table. You just tighten up your T-slots then. And the same method applies. You just verify that it sets in there freely once you got it tightened up. And you can just go ahead and turn the table. In that case, once it's done, you just turn the table, and you'll see if it's out of line anywhere. In my case, it works perfect. It has 0.000 run out, so I don't think you can get any better than that. It sure beats using the test indicator. That's another method about how to go about doing it. Test indicator works quite well too, but it's also quite time consuming. As far as jogging your accesses or moving your table around, this takes all the guesswork out of it. Simply put it in there. Run your Z-axis down tight, tighten up your clamps as I mentioned in sequence. And you're done. It's as simple as that. Thought this might help out a few people trying to locate center of the rotary table, as I did. Avoid having to use that test indicator. Take it easy.